Good morning. We thank Samantha Direct, Territory Manager, for her collaboration and all of you for your attention today. Today, we will learn a little more about the capabilities of Kaspersky Endpoint Security Cloud Solutions. Our speaker will be the engineer Victor Shizawa, Kaspersky Pre-Sales Manager for NOLA. We appreciate your question. Write them in the Q&A box so that at the end of the presentation they can be answered. We also inform you that after the webinar, we will be raffling a gift card among the participants. The winner will be contacted by email, so we appreciate that if you have entered anonymous, please indicate your name and email. Without further ado, Victor, thanks for your very much for your support, and we can begin.
Thank you so much, Nurse. Thank you so much. I really appreciate this invitation from Nexus team. Thanks to Mrs. Samantha Deoch for I hope to spell it well. Deoch. Well, Deoch. Samantha, thank you. Thank you so much, and thank you for, of course, thank you so much for all our attendants to be present here in this session. As Nelly said, my name is Victor Chizawa. I'm the Resource Manager for Kaspersky NOLA region, north of Latin America. And this session, this webinar, this workshop, with this workshop, we pretend to take considerations for all these features that Kaspersky Endpoint Security Cloud has, and most of people don't know. So let's move on. First of all, a corporate video that where we will want to show you some specific words of our corporate department, just to let you know what is Kaspersky. And
in over 25 years of operation, and since 2007 in Latin America, Kaspersky has become a synonym for leadership and trust. Trust that our more than 240,000 corporate clients and 400 million users have given to our security and data protection technology. Since digital threats are constantly evolving, we keep ourselves constantly up to date to deal with what exists and what is yet to come. Kaspersky owns more than 1,200 patents, the result of major investment in innovation and development of enhanced technologies. We make continuous improvements to generate a full portfolio of cybersecurity solutions with a clear, audited, and verified protection structure for businesses of all sizes. We store and protect data from our clients in Switzerland, one of the world's most secure countries. Also, we are the only company to offer full access to the source code. In 2021, we were the only company to block 100% of ransomwares. And once again, we achieved the top score in 2022. This operation transcends the support to our clients. We are audited by one of the world's 4 largest companies and certified by the strict audit SOC 2, a standard created by AICPA. In other words, our quality is verified and awarded by different institutions and organizations year after year. Kaspersky ensures data protection in a transparent structure with award-winning solutions and a team of local experts at your service. While you focus on your business and growth, Kaspersky remains firm in the mission of protecting our clients and building a safer world.
And wanted to completing my sentence where we are right now after 25 years of continuous work protecting companies, protecting users around the world. So let's move on and let's discuss about commercial features of Kaspersky Endpoint Security Cloud. We want to bring a context about what is the main reason that we offer this solution specifically for small companies, for startups, for example, right? And most of concerns about from customers are, what are my users doing with my cloud services? So from the beginning, since the beginning of the pandemic period, users mostly use, the use of online messaging programs has raised, right? And also the use of social media, social networks, social media applications. That's a main concern. That's also a main concern for most of companies. This is because most during the pandemic, the communication using not only messaging apps but social media networks has increased because most of people want to strengthen their communication with mostly with familiars, with payers, right? But in talking about the way that these resources was used in in work during work time, work hours, according to a study in a few years ago, this caused that um, most of C executives, CISOs, CEOs of companies considered that this was a problem, right? A problem that was in that moment at the beginning of the pandemic period was a problem very difficult to solve, right? Also, we are not sure if you remember, most of cloud services for share files really were really trending topic. For example, WeTransfer was a cloud service for sharing files, very used, very popular. Even right now, is still used here in Latin America, for example. And unfortunately, most of customers or most of users, end users, don't know the risks of use such kind of services. So another problem as a result of these problems caused mostly by the pandemic, uh, due to the remote work, because most of companies have to enable uh, to force the enablement of remote connections, since remote 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 sites to connect end users with information systems and corporate data of users. Well, this caused no visibility of usage of cloud services, no control of data in the cloud, not totally clear where the corporate traffic is directed to, and of course, this created and still creates an opportunity for adversaries and also attackers, right? What is the main possible solution, or what was the solution that in that moment appeared to or seemed to solve that main problems? CASB solutions at CASB level, right? Cloud Access Security Broker. But unfortunately, that sort of solution requires extensive resources, not only in costs, also in deployment and skills for support that that kind of platforms, right? So unfortunately, for most of startups, small companies, uh, and even and even some how low enterprise companies, this CASB solution is not suitable. Not suitable because of cost, not suitable because of level of experience to deploy that solution, and also because the level of experience for bring support, technical support for this type of solutions was really high. So what we understand, what we study from customers since the beginning of the pandemic? Uh, well, according to a study, this was made by a company made Jeffrey A. Moore. Um, we understood from this study, we understood what customers want and how they purchase technology right now. Mostly, most of customers are driven by this intense sense of practicity. So this means that customers needs products, technological products, uh, more more automatic as possible. So this means also that they don't have budget, they don't have resources, technical resources to support complex solutions. They want to purchase productivity improvements for current operations because they don't want to leave the management of their current operations, such as CRM operation, billing operation, etc. Just to manage an endpoint solution, right? Also, uh, also the customers want to purchase right now want to purchase technology according with the opinion of other colleagues. So they are most of customers are comfortable according with this study with having with waiting and seeing how other people are doing with the technology before buying. So, for example, in our region, most of customers that we visit uh, or most of customers that we call asks if our technology, for example, Cloud, Kaspersky Endpoint Security Cloud, is currently used by another company, by another peer. They want to know how are they doing, right? If our product is not consuming high resources, if customer has not, if that customer has not complained any complaints about our solution, about our technical support service, and so on. So most of our conclusions is we must develop a solution easy to use, easy to deploy, easy to buy, easy to deploy, and easy to use. And that's the first and important aspect of Kaspersky Endpoint Security Cloud. Well, the target audience for these solutions currently are companies from 25 users up to 2,499 users. Maybe you heard a few years ago that this solution, Kaspersky Endpoint Security Cloud, was the highest amount of user support by the platform was 999. But for, currently, most of small companies has large networks, and they are we cannot consider it specifically an enterprise company, right? Because with large networks, the startups mean to have presence in some countries, right, with a certain amount of computers, and these kind of customers that will use Kaspersky Endpoint Security Cloud need to solve some basic needs talking about cybersecurity issues. For example, these kind of companies, these startups normally has only one person on charge of endpoint management, firewall management, and as I told in the session yesterday, even here in Colombia are startups or small companies that have one person in charge of IT management and also billing management and also accountant issues. So Kes Cloud is a product that we recommend to use in small companies because their features, most of their special features requested by customers, such as integration with CM, integration with third-party solutions, are not available in this product. So we invite you to, as Neris said at the beginning of this webinar workshop, please ask all of your questions in the Q&A box, and I will glad to answer all of these questions at the end of this presentation. Moving on. Kes Cloud, of course, is the target audience for Kes Cloud is for those companies for those companies where the cybersecurity is in development. This means that there's only one person in charge of cybersecurity topics, and of course, this person is not only on charge of cybersecurity, analyzing cybersecurity events. Also, if this person is in charge to manage help desk and technical support topics from this customer, Guest Cloud is the recommended solution. Companies with reduced budget or low budget, companies that have shortage of IT resources, hardware, because Guest Cloud works managing protection from a cloud console. I will be glad to show you this web console just to show you the most important protection features of this solution. Most of customers that looks for Guest Cloud are wanting or searching a solution that bring quick need for results. This means a solution easy to deploy, easy to manage, no so complex to bring information where the threats are detected or where detected. A solution that also protects mobile devices for employees, right? This is the target audience of this Kaspersky endpoint security solution. Of course, we understand most of customers, or even some of our attendants in this meeting are current users of our Kaspersky endpoint, could be current customers of Kaspersky endpoint security for business solutions. If that's the case, so at the end of this presentation, please let's discuss some topics about these about the features, differences between our Kaspersky endpoint security cloud product and the solution that it could be currently installed in your corporate network. So how our competitors works in a competitive landscape? So most of our key competitive advantages, I don't like to read this slide. I want to be completely honest with you. When I am invited to proof of concepts of Kaspersky Endpoint Security Cloud, I always ask the customers what like and what they don't like about their current solution. The most common answer is this product that I'm using, this cloud product that I'm using, is very difficult to use. And I see comparing my current solution with Kaspersky Endpoint Security Cloud, this Kaspersky Endpoint Security Cloud is very easy to use, is not so complex to manage, and I can check the status of my protected computers quickly. I don't need to spend time exploring deeply the platform, the cloud platform, just to find one option and disabling it or enabling it. This is not so complex, right? The complexity of their solutions, of our competitors, I mean, is the most, in my opinion, is the most important key competitive advantage. So, of course, we have another acknowledgements, like we have, as we show you in the video, we received a certification from A/B Test. We are currently working with A/B Test in the reaffirmation of that certification for 2022, where we blocked, they tested different ransomware attacks. Remember, ransomware is not a file, it's not only a file that is dropped in the computers and the endpoints do not nothing, right? ransomware attack is the ransomware attacks are a process, right? There are a few steps, previous steps made by the hacker or made by the criminal, the adversary, just to get success um, running the ransomware. So this means that they have to intrude. They have to create an intrusion breach. They have to well, there are different adversaries. There are different kind of criminals. They mostly use a breach created by the same users, by the same victims, such as these remote connections created using open source applications such as VNC, right? Or some known applications such as AnyDesk or TeamViewer, where these applications are not properly set. Of course, this creates an opportunity for the criminal. So we have also one of our most important added values of Kaspersky Endpoint Security Cloud is that we include protection for Microsoft Office 365 users. Of course, I will explain better these competitive advantage in the next slide. This is the only product in our corporate portfolio where the licensing mode is not using nodes, is for users, is for each user, is per user, right? So what another advantage does we bring to customers with Case Cloud? We can offer the license method using 1, 2, 3 years, right? And also we can bring the offer of monthly subscription to pay only the license that the customer use. This is another approach that is currently gaining more attention from customers because of most of the startups, most of the small companies does not have enough budget to buy a license for an extended period, right? So how to license this product? As I told you in last slide, licensing of Kaspersky Endpoint Security Cloud is by user, right? In different way from other endpoint products for corporate portfolio, Kaspersky Endpoint Security Cloud is licensed by user. Remember, since 25 users to up to 2,499 users. So we have three different kind of licenses. We mostly appoint users to buy the Kaspersky Endpoint Security Pro license. I will explain better what's the main reason, but in summary, the main reason is these license Kaspersky Endpoint Security Cloud brings more protection features and also control features that makes this licensing mode, license version very strength among the other ones that are the license base. This license base, as you may see, only brings protection, right? You will see in the copy of presentation that we will bring you after this meeting. What are the specific differences, technical differences between these three different versions of Kaspersky Endpoint Security? But as I told you, we are mainly offering Kaspersky Endpoint Security Cloud Pro. This is the highest level of licensing for this product because each user can protect one computer, Windows or Mac, or can install the solution in a file server, right? And also, without any additional cost, will protect each user will protect two mobile devices. Could be iOS, could be Android, both iOS, depending on the needs of each user. Of course, we bring with Kaspersky Endpoint Security Cloud Pro another added value. This is that we create a multiplicator for users of Microsoft 365. This means that each user licensed by Kaspersky Endpoint Security Cloud Pro can protect or can use our solution for Microsoft 365, right? This means that we will be able to protect not only their mailbox, Office 365 mailbox, also customer will be able to protect OneDrive spaces, SharePoint online spaces, OneDrive, SharePoint Online, Microsoft Teams, and of course Exchange Online. So also we bring another additional an additional added value that is an access to a product called cybersecurity training for IT online. We understand that for most of companies, training their IT users is really expensive, right? The cost is mostly problem, is mostly a limit, right? Is mostly create education programs for IT workers is really complex, really expensive, and most of local companies in charge of deliver this kind of trainings works with content that most of companies already know, most of employees already know. So we create a special training for IT workers. The added value is that a customer can certificate in this platform up to 25 users. For we will in the demonstration we will in the demonstration section we will I will show you where to access this cybersecurity training for IT online if customers buy the Kaspersky Endpoint Security Cloud Pro license. Moving on, of course, what technical features does have this solution? This is a current conversation right now about EDR. But remember, an EDR is not another antivirus. This is a current conversation between an IT operator or help desk manager with a CEO or even a CISO, CISO. So, unfortunately, most of vendors, just to position their solutions, mislead the message, right? They create a sort of confusion with the message about what an EDR is. And unfortunately, I have witnessed some vendors talking about EDR and creating an expectation to most of customers about EDR is a next generation antivirus or next generation anti-ransomware or a solution for virtual patchment and so on, right? But unfortunately for those gentlemen that bring that wrong message, an EDR, according to Gartner, is a solution to investigate suspicious behavior in computers. That's it. If some vendors goes to your office and explains to you that their EDR, look on the EDR model, it has virtual patching, next generation anti-ransomware, machine learning, and so on. They between lines are telling you the truth about the about their endpoint solution. And the reality of their endpoint solution is must be my endpoint does not have machine learning and all that basic features that you're looking in a product. All those advanced features are only available in my EDR solution. That's the message that unfortunately other vendors bring. According to Gartner, as I told you, an EDR is a solution to investigate incidents detected by the endpoint, right? And in the case of Kaspersky, of our Kaspersky solution, we have machine learning, anti-ransomware features, virtual patching. We prefer to call exploit prevention, but later we will explain better these features if you want, and cloud protection and so on. All of the rest of the products are all embedded in our endpoint protection platform. Our EDR is just only another model in the product that will bring more information, more details, as we will show you in the demonstration section, more details about the detection made by the endpoint, right? So this is a conclusion from Verizon, the Verizon Research report 4 years ago, that concludes that smaller organizations may lack the budget for malware defenses in addition to desktop antivirus. What does this mean? This means that most of companies, especially the smaller companies, uh, will not have the budget enough budget to buy additional defenses to complement or raise the investigation features um, bring by an antivirus product, right? So let's move on to the demonstration. Please allow me to share my screen right now. Okay, we will move to our browser. If some of you have problems watching my screen, please don't hesitate to write it in the window, in the chat window. So allow me a few seconds. I will open my authenticator application. Okay, how to access cloud.kaspersky.com, right? Let me change this window, switch this window to English, right? And anyone who wants to test our product, just follow these instructions, create an account button, right? This will move you to this window, right? And this window will request you an email address. My personal suggestion, please don't avoid to use email addresses pointing to a single person. Use a distribution list or use a generic email address such as support at domainofcustomer.com or help desk, or even IT admin, and so on. Even we have customers that creates an email address called antivirus at the domainofcustomer.com, right? So after this, create a password, a strong password. We suggest the use of our Kaspersky password manager to create this password, or the password manager of your preference, right? Create a password with at least 8 characters, upper and lowercase letters, numbers, any kind of symbols. But the minimum the minimum size of this password should be 8 characters. Accept the privacy policy. create account. When I click in create account, this will send a confirmation link, a verification link to the email addresses, to the email address that you have insert in the first field, and then you will be able to sign in. So please allow me to open my password manager. Yes, the password is very high. So here it is. And the authentication app. Remember that we can you can use you can activate you can enable the two-factor authenticator. Here it is. Oh. And cool. So this is the way that you can change the password and manage the basic settings of account registered in this workspace, right? The creation of this workspace is not so high. It demands at least 5-7 minutes for creation of this workspace. You can change the email address anytime. You can change the password, and of course, you can enable the two-step verification. You can use. We recommend strongly the use of an authenticator application instead, basically a phone number. Remember that in our region, most of criminals are using SIM swap attacks. So they can steal your phone, clone your phone, and of course, if they can clone your phone, they can get access to the SMS verification code. So we strongly recommend the using of Authenticator app. And moving forward, the access of training, when users buy our Kaspersky Endpoint Security Cloud Pro version, Pro license, you will see these at the top of the window, a tab called Training. In Training, you can click it, and you will see this disclaimer, right? I have a demo training because my license is for demonstration, but all users that have access to license of Kaspersky Endpoint Security Cloud Pro will have extended access for these 6 courses, these 6 trainings. Active Directory, security in Active Directory, investigation basics about how incident response process works, how to analyze logs or how to collect logs, the specifics of storing digital evidences, how to analyze and classify malware or malicious applications or suspicious applications that you may identify in your computers, how to investigate phishing using open source intelligence, how to handle potential unwanted programs and exploits, and how to improve the security in your servers, in your corporate servers. So as you may see, these 6 trainings are very, very very important, and of course the cost outside of product. If most of customers ask for costs for each of these trainings, maybe you will see trainings with a cost from $300 per user, for example. And this is an added value in Kaspersky Endpoint Security Cloud Pro. We can bring you models, and at the end of these trainings, a certification bring by Kaspersky of completion, a certification for completion of these all these 6 models. So remember, this is an added value for customers that buy Kaspersky Endpoint Security Cloud in the Pro level of license. So this is the workspace. Let's go. Let's move on to check the most important features of this solution. Remember, at the end of the presentation, uh, our colleagues from Nexus will forward you the copy of this presentation, and you will see the tiers, the comparison of between license base of Kaspersky Endpoint Security Cloud and the Pro license of this product. So this is the Kaspersky Endpoint Security Cloud Pro web interface. As you may see, is not so complex. It's very clear. You can see in in the initial window, what are the most important events that have been detected in computers. If you want to leave the feedback, you can use it. You can. We hear strongly the voice of our customers, even our partners. So if you consider that you will find a feature absent in our product, of course, feel free to leave the feedback and let us know how can we improve the possibility to deploy or integrate this new feature in this product. We hear all our customers. So as you may see, this is a product that has different tabs, different options. Getting a start window where you can insert your basic data, right? A monitoring tab where you will see what are the most important events registered by the product. A section of reports. We offer the reports only in two formats, in PDF or CSV, right? And we have a limited amount of reports. We cannot create new reports in this platform. So that's the main reason we strongly recommend that before to purchase this product, let's analyze what are the current needs from the IT department or cybersecurity department to be sure that this product is suitable for our prospects and our customers. We have a tab where you can see, you can retrieve the latest events from your managed computers, right? The architecture of this solution is extremely basic. Is just creating this creation of this workspace. And I mean, there's a cloud console, and the customer only needs for deployment. Customer needs a computer with operation system Windows 7 up to 11. A computer Mac. Right now, our solution is compatible with the latest version of macOS, right? And of course, if you want to protect mobile devices, Android devices since Android version 10 and up to Android 13, right? Also, you can check details of license in this tab, right? Currently, how many licenses am I using, and also how many days are left for this license. Let's move on to the left side of the window. Let's see how can we manage users in this platform. Remember, you can register up to from 25 users up to 2,499 users. Only the amount of administrator users will not be up to 25. This means that you can create up to 25 administrators of this platform. Moving on, how we deploy the product. Once we have uh, registered users in this cloud console, we select all users and we click this button, send instructions. After this, we will see this window, right? This is the text of the invitation, and this will use a smart link to deploy the product. What does this mean? If users remember that this is an invitation sent by email, so all users must be registered by name using not by name, using email addresses, right? And when we will send the instructions for installation of Kaspersky Endpoint Security Cloud, it depends where they will receive this message. And for example, if they receive this message in a Windows computer, once they click the smart link, the product that will be deployed will be the product compatible with Windows. Kaspersky Endpoint Security for Windows. If customer or end user opens this smart link in Mac computer, automatically will be downloaded the product compatible for Mac. If customer opens this smart link using an Android device, automatically this will bring the customer to the Google Play section of their Android mobiles, and so on. So this is the way to deploy this product. For customers that use Active Directory, there is another way. Is semi-automatic mode to deploy this product, and this way is using a PowerShell script, right? And we recommend strongly to use this PowerShell script using these instructions published in our YouTube profile. And in that YouTube video, we will explain clearly how user must be create the scripts to deploy this product in using Active Directory. So in some cases, customer prefer to use to download and deploy manually the distributed. So the access to the file will be available in this section, distribution packages. And as you may see, you can check the download. You will download directly the file, or you can check the language, the localization, of this package, right? You could use Spanish, Italian, Russian, Polski, English, Francais, Deutsch, etc. Right? So moving on to the configuration settings, because it is important to understand how our product works. We work with something called security profiles to set the product set our solution according to the customer needs. So if for example, we want to create exclusions, want to set wants to modify the settings of our control sections, for example, control application control. If you want to create restrictions for web access using our web control, if you want to create restriction for connection of device, all of that features are available in this policy profile. As you may see, you can check. We can set basic features for device control. This means that we can allow or block devices. This is the basic level of device control that we handle in this product. We can create web restrictions, web policies to um, to work to avoid the misuse of internet access for our protected customers. We have also an interesting feature called adaptive anomaly control that will be supervising activity of operating system applications such as PowerShell, um, WMI service, any kind of script, and a script called a native AP, Visual Basic script, and so on. Also, we can manage the encryption in a basic level. We call basic level that we can manage the Microsoft BitLocker encryption in a basic level, because most of customers that uses BitLocker has their own console directly in a Microsoft server. Pardon, sorry. And in the case of Mac users, they can also handle the encryption settings. We can handle the enablement or disablement of file vault encryption module in these Mac computers. Just to let you know, we have an additional feature when customers uses Kaspersky Endpoint Security Cloud Pro, and also they protect their Office 365 workspace. We can bring another model called Cloud Discovery. In this Cloud Discovery, we can see what kind of information are sharing the users with external companies, external users. So, for example, I can check, or we can check, if in email we are in email, users are sharing some kind of information that can be considered critical, confidential, or top secret, right? If customer or end users are sharing files using SharePoint Online, OneDrive, or are using messenger services such as Teams, Microsoft Teams mainly, to share any kind of data, we can see what are they sharing, and as an administrator of Office 365, I can block the access of that file, right? So most of people wants to call this feature as a leakage prevention. I prefer to call a monitor, an information exchange monitor, right? Because because most of these features are basic. When customers hears the people with the word DLP, they expect a lot of features about this kind of products. Oh, sorry. Let me refresh this. Let me refresh this space. This is because I'm using Edge browser, and this Edge browser is a corporate a corporate decision. Is not mine. I prefer to use another kind of browser. So we can another feature, important feature in Kaspersky Endpoint Security Cloud, is the possibility not only to make a vulnerability assessment, also we can manage the deployment of patches to fix the vulnerabilities detected by our product. So what does this mean? That will not be able only to see what kind of vulnerabilities are detected in managed computers, right? Also, and this is important, also we can see the available updates for each vulnerability detected. We can. The most important thing here is the deployment. The deployment of these patches will be only for those computers where the vulnerability was detected. This means that deployment of these patches will not be global, will not be a global level, creating network noises or network problems during the deployment of these new versions of third-party applications. Because one of our most competitive advantages uh, against other vendors is that, of course, we can fix vulnerabilities for operation system vulnerabilities, but also we can patch third-party applications. So as you may see, I have reports for new version for 7zip, for VLC, for Adobe Acrobat, for Google Chrome, Mozilla Firefox, and so on. Even for Skype. So this means that you have here not only a solution to check vulnerabilities in Windows operation systems or for Microsoft applications strictly. Uh, uh, you also will see available updates for more than 270 third-party applications that we can detect, where we can detect vulnerabilities and check available patches, such as Office solutions, Office products, compression software, image and text edition software, and so on. Even security tools or even open source software, we can check vulnerabilities and also provide the fix to solve these vulnerabilities in third-party applications. My latest, just to end this session, I'd like to talk quickly about our EDR, basic EDR available in Kaspersky Endpoint Security Cloud Pro. This feature allows you, as I told you in the PowerPoint presentation, allows you to see what kind of threats were detected by the endpoint platform. Of course, you can see this report in the information panel, right? Remember, in the report section, you can see what kind of threats were detected. But these kind of threats this is the way that you will see the detection of threats. You will see the device, the application that reacted to the threat. The application, the Kaspersky application that delivered this event, the endpoint component that reacted to the threat, the detected object, this means the verdict, right? The type of object, the time of detection, path of file, and the action, right? Without an EDR, you only will see this information. With an EDR, you will see more details. Please allow me a few seconds to explain this better. So this means that, remember, when you buy the Kaspersky Endpoint Security Cloud Pro license, you will see this threat, more information about this threat. Remember, you will see in this section called Security Management, Endpoint Detection and Response, you will see the details of the detected threat. What kind of details? The details about what process started the detection, and of course, what kind of child processes ran after the detection of this threat. So as you may see, most of these events are not visible for an antivirus or an endpoint solution. Only EDR will be able to see these details. So as you may see, you can see the metadata of different files and processes. Of course, these are WinLogon and user our processes, our system processes. But here we have an application in the temporary folder of user that were detected, was blocked, right? Seems like this was an exploit. and I can check the metadata of this file in our open team, in our open service for threat intelligence requests. And seems like this file is not categorized. Of course, this file is really a placebo. It's not a harmless file. It's a harmless file. It's not. It's just a sample for that creates a report detection, right? And seems like this file that file behaves like this kind of malware. So remember, because the EDR model in Kaspersky Endpoint Security Cloud Pro blocked the 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 file, the execution of the file. However, this malicious file, already dropped some files. Seems like these files are untrusted, right? And also creates four network connections to different sites that should be checked by the firewall manager or network manager, right? So this is an information. As you may see, this brings more possibilities to react or respond to an incident. So in this case, we can check the initial file, the initial malicious file. We can click it and we can create an IOC scan. This will create a task to detect this file in any computer, any Windows computers protected by our Cloud Pro, right? And also you can prevent future execution of this file, right? Even you can check this action that is moved to quarantine, that and this deletes the file in a proper way to avoid future execution of this file. Also, you can here in the upper side of the window isolate device. This means that you will isolate from the network the device where we are looking this this detection event. And this isolation cannot be modified, unfortunately. This isn't currently in roadmap, the possibility to modify the isolation time. The isolation period is up to 8 hours. That is an average time used by researchers for forensic investigations and also for incident response activities. So as you may see, this solution brings a lot of possibilities, and I want to finish my presentation just sharing with you the encryption site, the encryption settings of this Kaspersky Endpoint Security Cloud Pro. As I mentioned you, we can use BitLocker, Microsoft BitLocker. We can manage basic features of Microsoft BitLocker. In the case of computers Windows, remember, customer must have license, corporate Microsoft license to use Microsoft BitLocker. And in the case of Mac users, we can manage the enablement or disablement or of file vault application in protected computers with operating system Mac. And that's it. That's it for all. Just to let you know, remember that with the license of Kaspersky Endpoint Security Cloud Pro, you can create a workspace not only to manage our Kaspersky Endpoint Security Cloud solution, also to manage protection features for Kaspersky Security for Microsoft Office. That is an added value in Kaspersky Endpoint Security Cloud Pro license. Well, with this, I want to thank again our Nexus colleagues, our colleagues from Nexus, Samantha Deoch, for this, for the interest in creating this webinar, this workshop. I hope you like this presentation, this demonstration. Let's move on to the Q&A section to check question from customers. Okay, seems like there are no questions. Okay, no, there are no questions. So I will pass the word to Paula, Byron, and Neris to close this session. I want to appreciate again the invitation from Nexus team. Please keep safe. Thank you so much for joining us in this session, and see you in the next webinar. Paula, Byron, Neris, if you
Thank
want
you,
to move on.
Victor. Thank you for all the presentation. Thank you all. Thank you on the teams of Next History and Tobago, especially to the territory manager, Samantha Iraq. Have a nice day and be safe.
Thanks again. Bye.